look so tired. Did you see that? I seen a mouse. I've never seen a mouse in my garden before, but I think I found the culprit for who is taking my strawberries. It's a mouse. Hi guys, and welcome to the June 2022 garden tour. I am so happy it's June now. It's finally starting. Keyword starting to warm up enough that I can wear a dress or a short sleeve shirt or shorts and not be out here in a freaking sweater. Yeah, I just happened to see some movement over here, and then I seen the little gray body and then seen the mouse scurry off that way. It's nice to see him in the garden. I qualify that as wildlife, not pests. They can have my strawberries as long as they leave everything else alone. They can have spinach and strawberries, leave my cabbage alone. This is my favorite time of day in the garden. It's got little sun streaks, some spots, and then it's shady up in like where I'm standing at. We'll start right behind where the camera was sitting at, but anyway, over here this garden is developing a lot. Since you guys last seen it, I put this little frog figurine. You can also kind of see, if I zoom in, all the damage on these zinnias, then the salvia from, I'm not sure if it's the earwigs or if it's the slugs, but there's some sort of damage happening on those that I gotta try and take care of. But the verbena is looking really good, and so is my echinacea. Hopefully it sends out a bloom here pretty soon. This is going through its second plume, I guess, of color, so you guys get to see the kind of pink look to it. They're still coming up. They get shade in the morning and bright full sun the rest of the day, so the garden really likes that. The salvia, I love it. It's blooming really well. I moved it over here. I also planted these two zinnias, which they don't have any flowers on right now, but I've been harvesting off of them. And then I planted a sunflower right here, and that verbena is doing good. The Dusty Miller came back from last year, and then I kind of staked up the Nemesia because I've seen a slug eating on this whole side of it. So there's a little bear over here. This pot is doing phenomenal. The topiary seems to be leaning, but I think it's doing okay. But those little, I already forget what they're called, but the seeds have all sprouted. Coming down the first lane here, this cabbage is doing phenomenally, and I'm super phenomenally great. I don't know. Super big. I think by the end of this month we'll harvest these, and then we'll start our first adventure, second adventure with sauerkraut. Your guys' first adventure. Last year was my test run, right? So I think this year I will show you guys my adventure with sauerkraut and how we make it. Here is my pride and joy. It is a yellow canna lily. And you can see right here that the bloom is starting to shoot up. We got another one coming right here. So I'm really excited for the show for this one. Hydrangea, the pink one I had from this last year, growing really well, actually. Liking this really cold spring we've been having. So that's great for it. Right here I have Brussels sprouts and then kale. And then behind me I have two sunflowers that I also got from my parents' garden. And the ranunculus, if you can see it, are about to bloom. I'm super excited. It's finally warm enough. Snapdragons are still doing really good. If you can tell from the last time I showed you guys these snapdragons that are planted, the little starts, they've grown so much. That one back there is kind of struggling, but it's doing okay. And then this one, I'm not sure if I showed you guys, but I broke off this branch originally when I found it at the store. I took that branch, and I put root hormone on it. And it survived this long, and it has a bud on it. Alliums right here, my gladiator alliums, and one of the bulbs rotted out and died. So here are my 2 last gladiator alliums, but that's okay. And then right here to this aisle, I have all of my broccoli and cauliflower. I'm seeing so many little heads of broccoli, and I'm super excited for broccoli salad. I harvested some off of this one right here. It's starting to bloom again. Here you can hardly see it, but it's my little experiment with some bulbs or tubers, some dahlia tubers that I received from my friend's mom, and 6 out of the 12 came up. Little white tags are where a tuber was planted, and only 6 of them really showed up. Here's the top of a tuber, but there's nothing there. Here's one. Here's another one. There's one. There's one. There's one. I'm super excited about that because they'll come back next year. They'll double. They'll grow more tubers. So I can probably take that and plant a whole dahlia garden next year with that. And then over here you can kind of see my other dahlias. These ones are ones I started inside and then grew from seed. These more developed ones that already have plants are ones I bought from the store. This one's one of the ones I grew. But yeah, those ones all developed and they're doing really good. Here's another little container of alliums. I have cosmos, you can kind of see them in their cute little wispy detail. This center planter is doing really great. I'm already ready to move the camellia out of its container because I want it to just be the white petunias, but that's okay. Down the aisle here, these 2 containers with Super Petunia Bordeaux are doing really great. I had to move this one in the greenhouse recently because it was having a bout with spider mites, and now it's blooming more than the other one is, and so the other one's catching up, but that's okay. And then down there we have the Autumn Frost sedum, or Joy sedum, which is doing really well. Happy to be alive out here. Looking at this, the right side of the art, you can see all of our sweet peas are coming up. Last year, I think I planted 2. There's 12 on it this year. And they're all, I think they're like a light pink color. I'm not sure what color they're gonna be, but they'll be really pretty. I just keep coming and weeding every day and adding it and growing it. I love sweet peas. They're so cute. They're fun. They make the trellis look real good. Our clematis is growing. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I showed you. I think I showed you. But it was just a little dug root ball that I got from over in our other garden that really gets easily choked out by all the weeds over there. So I rescued it, brought it over here, gave it a trellis to climb up on. And oh my word, it's climbing it. This side you can kind of barely see them. I do a little bit of weeding. I think this one's gonna die. It looks like it has some bacterial problem. I'm not sure. So there's that one, and then there's these 2. My cucumbers are not doing great this year. I'm not sure what is going on with them. I've always heard that like cats, they're finicky and picky. Last year I had a great success with cucumbers, so I thought this would be no biggie, but they're not growing very much this year. Mostly due to our cold weather, but I still had higher hopes for them. I think last year this time they were at least this tall on the trellis, so hopefully they can catch up with our heat wave coming up this week. I'll water them every day. But I did buy 2, well there's 4 in the container, but there's 4 more starts, so I'll probably plant those along here and replace this one. Coming down here you can see our progress on our green beans. They're questionably okay. One right here, you can barely see it. The slugs ate off all the leaves, but it does have new little leaves. It's coming back. This one over here is doing way better, and it has blooms on it, so that means we're gonna get green beans soon. Here's the other side of this trellis over here where the cosmos are at. We have a random potato growing right there. I don't know how it got over there, but that's okay. And then I put a sunflower right here, which is growing up beautifully. My calendula plant right there, which actually, since this morning, oh my gosh, the blooms have opened up on it. Let me show you. Oh my goodness, look at it, it's beautiful. A calendula salve this year. Looking at this other side of the garden, you can see the other side of the dahlias and how this side has way more dahlias than the other side does. And then right along here are all of my pepper plants. Right on the edge on this side, there's mostly jalapenos. And then I think the bell peppers on the other side. There's an early girl at the front one, but the leaves got eaten off by a slug. So, yeah. Coming back over here where our green beans were, our celery and our carrots, which are kind of fighting the weeds right here. I gotta get in there and take care of those. I wanted to sit out in my garden and work on some schoolwork, so I moved my table out here with a chair, and I'm loving it. I love being able to sit out in here and enjoy the sunshine. We have other chairs. I want to have dinner with Austin out here someday, just because it's such a relaxing and cool place, especially in the morning where it's right here in the shade. Oh my gosh, coffee at this table is awesome. This morning I worked on planting up the zinnia patch that I have. I'm hoping that we'll get 5 rows in here. There'll be 3 in the center and then 1 on either side. But zinnias are something that are so pretty to me. I love the idea of a cut flower garden, and I didn't get a chance to do our other area where I want to put the cut flower garden, so I'll just make do with what we have here. But I'm super excited that I'm going to have this whole patch of zinnias, which are, I think, the prettiest flowers. Zinnia California Giants. And then right here I have the cut and come again. Right here I have Scarlet Flame. And then in the end here, Scarlet Flame. And then right here is the Queen of Violet Queen? I think they're Violet Queen. And then here is a Zinderella Peach. There's a Candy Queen one. And then there's a Queen Lime with Blush by Johnny Seeds. These ones are all these ones I bought from somewhere else. They weren't started by me. But there's a variety. I don't quite know what that one is. These ones are taller. They're great. I've used them in so many different arrangements so far this year. But this one I got from the store. Here is King Tut. I've seen this variety, and I thought it was the prettiest grass ever. So I think it's around 6 feet tall. Alright, I've seen it get around 6 feet tall. 48 to 72 inches. It gets really tall. So I'm excited for that one. Right in here, the ground looks a little different, and that's because this is the manure out of my chicken coop. The dahlias have loved it. Their leaves have gotten so dark from all the nutrients in it, and so they're enjoying the heck out of it. My euphorbia is doing great. I'm not seeing much of these dark leaves that I love, but we're getting these pretty little bloom thingies, so I guess that works. This is it for this garden, the main garden, but I've got to show you guys the last couple projects I've been working on. Just seen it. Oh my god, did you guys see that? I just seen it. It was the mouse. That's where he's living. What? Well, I don't want to disturb it. I seen it jump out of there, and that's why I stopped talking, because I was like, holy crap. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys my little project that I've been working on. Our pump house, we painted it. I love it. We did the hinges this pretty dark color, but I've come up here and done up a little garden. I already forget the variety, but they're probably snowdrift. Snowdrift super petunias. Here is Cat's Pajamas Nipida. More of this white super petunia. Right here is purple fountain grass. I'm super excited for that to grow up. Right here is purple angelonia. So that'll be super cool. It looks kind of bizarre right now. Like a slug or something. I don't know. But it'll bounce back. This, I'm not sure what kind of fern it is. Sword fern maybe or something. But I transplanted that one and that one from behind the shed and brought them over here so they kind of can go in the garden. Here's a hosta, and then over here is another one of, oh my gosh, the slugs have been eating on this one. What? Oh my gosh, it looks so sad. Made one of those jellyfish containers with some pink impatiens, and then I don't know the name of it. It's like a licorice plant or something, but super cute. And I hope it kind of fills in. It looks a little dead at the top there. I don't know if it'll do its mounding thing. It was kind of hard to put it in there. This basket wasn't the best one for it, but it does look kind of cute. I hope it fills in some more. Also walking over to our little gazebo that we have out here is this really pretty basket. Well, not very, it's very, very ugly actually, but I love these flowers. They're very cute. Of this super petunia. Or super bells, actually. There's limoncello and oh, I can't remember this one. I'm not gonna show you guys the lower garden because it is just a disappointing mess with all the weeds. Like I was telling you guys, it's too much to try and fight the weeds down there. But I'll show you guys my other beautiful project. Yeah, what do you think? It's bright out here. Okay. Well, I can show you guys my basket. I've run drip irrigation. My first play with drip irrigation, which I did film doing that, but I was sick that week when I was doing it. So I lost my voice in that footage. So it isn't very great, but there's Elysium, I think is what this is called. Then marigolds, I put some lettuce in here, and then there's some just really cute little pink snapdragons that I need to clean up a little bit in here. But this one's doing great. Haven't had to water them very much because of our rain, but you can see the zinnias in here are getting too much water, so I gotta come back and deadhead this. These, I forget what they're called, but some of them are doing good, some of them aren't. But there's lettuce in this one, a pink zinnia, some more lettuce. The one over here died, so there's nothing over here. Here's some more marigold, the lettuce, a darker pink snapdragon. I love the snapdragon. More Elysium, another marigold and lettuce. And then coming over here is the same thing, but look, it's a double bloom petunia. I love that. And so here's another one here. I'm super excited for this. So I'd be happy if these guys just took over for the rest of the summer. Be fine by me, so I gotta come through and get these zinnias all clean. That's like an echinacea right there. And then here's kind of a copy of the other one. This one looks way worse because it's closer to the ground and the slugs know how to get on the porch and then get in it. So there's so much slug damage in here. But I've run out of Sluggo and I haven't had a chance to go to the store and get more, so I think at some point I'll do Sluggo, or maybe I'll just get Dead Bug, that spray or something. Our winter interest garden, well, the grasses haven't come back yet. I don't know what the heck they're doing, but the dianthus, they're loving their lives right here. And the hooker, I had to trim, but they're doing okay. I gotta come through and weed this thing. This plant in here is just going haywire with the heat. I planted sage and I trimmed up the rosemary, and it's really cool because I'm gonna try and do something with the rosemary, either make a tincture, make wine, do something, and it'll be super fun. But here is this one's getting buds on it. Plus I love the shade, the dappled sunlight in here. And then over here is that super petunia honey. And this one doesn't look great, mostly because it's just yeah, I accidentally broke out a big branch in it and I was super sad, so I just took it back in there hoping it might take, and it totally didn't, so ignore that. Okay, so it might have been a couple days since I collected eggs last, but somebody send help because I need help eating all these eggs. Thank you guys for joining me for June's garden tour. I cannot wait for next month and what it will bring. I cannot wait for all the harvesting. I think in this month, upcoming month, we'll definitely be harvesting our cabbage, or a couple of them. Strawberries, blackberries, we'll make jams, we'll be making sauerkraut. There's many different things that we could totally do, and I'm super excited to bring and show them to you guys. So stay tuned for that. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.